Hey everybody, this is Country Sherry, and it's time for another story of true and strange events. Well, I don't call this a strange event because I believe uh, in a higher power, and I know when God talks to me, and He's not talked to me specifically the way He did this day. But it was I knew that God was one talking to me. And so I just want to share this with you. I know some people believe and some don't, but I know who told me this and to save my little boy's life. I know this. So it was back when my oldest son was about 2 years old, and he had it was a little motorcycle, like a little plastic motorcycle, and he called it Cycle. And a different story. One time we had a steep bank, and he ran it off, and I was running down as fast as he did. And after he got up, it didn't hurt him. I grabbed him about as soon as he landed, and he said, "Mom, cycle jump bank." But anyway, that was the same little cycle. He was on that little cycle all the time. Well, this day, Danny was home for some reason. And Thomas was outside riding his cycle. And so Danny knew he was out there, riding around. And there was a truck that was up there, and he had kept his motor running, and they were doing some trading and talking and stuff. And something God told me. He said, "Sherry, Danny's forgot about Thomas being out there. He's thought he's went back inside. You better let Danny know that he is out there." And so I ran to the back window and threw it up, and because I could tell that this guy was getting ready to leave. I don't know for sure if he already had it in reverse, but just something said, "He's getting ready to leave, and you better tell him that Thomas is there." And so because I looked out the window and I saw that Thomas was on the other side of that truck, and he was getting to drive around his little cycle around the back of that truck. And I hollered and I said, "Danny, you do remember that Thomas is out there, right?" And he said, "No, sure, I didn't know he was out here." I said, "He's on the other side of that truck getting ready to go around the back of it." And so he got him, and he brought him around, and I know just as sure as anything in the world, God said, "Sherry, you better tell Danny that Thomas is out there, or he's going to get run over." And I don't doubt at all, if I had have just passed that off and I hadn't said a thing to Dan, I know that my little Tom would have been run over and killed. And I just thank the Lord for that. I really do. And their next story, so this was true, and next time I have a story, I'll record it for you, and I appreciate y'all, and I thank you for listening.